Hello. Sorry if you guys see kind of like a weird glare. Excuse me. Unfortunately, when I was at work, not that long ago, literally happened like Monday of this week. Sorry, I have to clean my laptop off. But yeah, you guys, first of all, shout out to my bangs being buttholes right about now. I hate my laptop sometimes. But yes, weird light at work. I cracked my screen. I'm not exactly gonna ask who or why and what, but I'm hopefully getting it fixed tomorrow. Hopefully. Adam and I are praying I can go get it fixed tomorrow. I'm especially praying because I'm tired of looking at a cracked screen. But alas, it is fine. 'Tis fine, ladies and gentlefish. Because I gotta go out with my mom today. We're going grocery shopping. I like going grocery shopping. Comment down below if you guys like going grocery shopping. I personally love going grocery shopping. It's fun. It's fresh. It's nice. Plus, I can pick all the snacks I personally want. Come on. There we go. Gee, so yeah, I like going shopping. Also, me and my mom both have such weird and opposite work schedules that because of it, I just don't get to see her as often as I would like to. And since Adam and I are potentially moving out, might be moved out of this house officially by this time next year, living together, I try to spend as much time as I can with her. Plus, everything about life in general has just kind of been stressing both of us out. And so, just some time with her, some retail therapy, plus just some mom gossip time. It's just nice every once in a while just to kind of go out with your mom. Go grocery shopping, have a fun time with her. So yes, you're probably wondering what this video is about. Thank you. It's kind of just to sit down, just a chit-chatty talk about life. I guess I think I'm going to start calling this series Come Hydrate With Me, because coffee talk is so overused, and mukbangs or this isn't a mukbang or anything like this. I mean, yeah, I'll be drinking coffee, but this isn't me being like, come drink with me. Like, just come hydrate with me. Grab something to drink. Doesn't have to be coffee. It can be water. I mean, I'm not gonna drink coffee every single time in this series. It's just drink coffee, drink water, drink Gatorade, even a little vodka if you're old enough. Yeah. So yeah, as you can tell, I am once again terrible. Sorry, I got a notification from Instagram. Terrible at making my bed, doing that at all. Oreo is back there somewhere, or at least he was. He might be more back there. I don't know, I just see him. Mama! Hey! There he is. I don't know. You see him pop up? Maybe not. Yeah, you probably got him. My head's probably right where he's like moving around. So yes, I've been watching a lot of social justice warrior cringe slash fail slash owned compilations. I'm not going to get into anything political because there's probably plenty of people in my life who are social justice warriors, who are for all that kind of stuff, but you can at me if you want, but I'm just not going to respond to any political hate or anything because I care, but I don't care enough to get into arguments with you guys, so. By the way, I'm taking my vitamins, omega-3. And then I gotta take, calcium to get extra of that because of how fragile my bones are. If you don't know, I've had several hip surgeries. My ankles always snap practically. I've dislocated my knees a few times. And I've broken my elbow. I've done a lot. So I try to take a lot of precaution when it comes to my bones by taking a calcium thing. That's just who I am. Omega-3s actually help your thyroid, if you probably don't know, which most of my subscribers do, since I only have like 31, 32 of you. I have hypothyroidism. It's pretty common in girls more than it is guys, especially around my age when I got it, which was like 5th grade. It's not like a disease or anything, it's just how thyroid's not completely developed properly. And omega-3s like fish oils and all that actually help your thyroid metabolism and all that. It's not like I mean, I'm not going to get all scientifically because I don't even completely understand it. It's just something life has recommended, my mom's recommended and all that. It's with hypothyroidism, your metabolism is a lot slower than others. I do try to work out a lot. That's, trust me, a lot of people like to think I'm fat and all that. I could be a lot fatter. So take that. I actually do take care of myself pretty well. I mean, obviously everybody has little pleasures of like chocolate and stuff. So yeah, take omega-3s for that. My Synthroid is to help every aspect of hypothyroidism. Which, in case you didn't know, a lot of people like to just focus on the fact that it is with your metabolism and weight gain and weight loss and all that. It also controls your periods. And I'm not going to say TMI because, you know, I'm tired of people being like, ew, periods. Like, I'm a woman. Get over it. I'm going to have it whether I like it or not. Sometimes it'll happen an entire month because of it. But at the end of the day, mine is strictly because of my hypothyroidism. Because your thyroid helps control that. So it affects your period, it affects your body temperature. Every time Adam and I are always at different levels. I'll be freezing cold and he'll be hotter than hell. And then vice versa. He'll be like cold and I'll be like sweating my ass off. This happened literally last night into this morning. I went to bed burning and woke up freezing. So your thyroid also controls that. Your thyroid also controls your attention span, so it also kind of mimics ADHD in the sense of where like 1 minute I'll be like strictly focused on you guys, and the next. That's why I stare outside of the window sometimes, because my attention gets distracted by that. Even if I'm still talking, I still will stare at the trees every once in a while. It's just a distraction in a sense. And then another one is your sleep cycle. It can really mess with it. That's why usually if you have it and your doctor's constantly on your butt about your sleep cycle, it's because it really affects it. Because it's just how it is. Your thyroid controls a lot. It also controls it's a very vital part to your body that controls a lot more than people care to think, care to know until you actually have a thyroid problem. So yeah. There are plenty of people ranging on that scale. There's people like Gabby, the YouTuber, who has it, and she's actually very, very skinny. And then me, obviously, and then i.e. whoever I put here who doesn't take care of themselves enough to really care. I mean, people either super care and want to lose all the weight, people like me who care, but you know, don't mind being curvy every once in a while. I mean, nothing, I don't want to get too inappropriate. I mean, I do have a boyfriend, but it's one of those where it's like nothing I don't want my boyfriend to grab on at least to, like my butt. But then you have people who don't care about their health and just kind of give into it. It's one of those where those are either people who don't have a means to actually taking care of themselves, like money, don't have that kind of stuff, or are part of the fat acceptance people. And at the end of the day, it's one of those, my opinions on, I like how this was going to be a Reddit nice guy reading or whatever, but this has turned into an hypothyroidism thing / body positive. You know, I might just scrap the nice guy thing and record that another day, but you know, let's talk about the fat, body positive, fat acceptance stuff, because I have a lot of mixed feelings on it, because I am definitely not skinny. I mean, anybody who's seen me in person, anybody who's seeing it now, I don't have a skinny face. Like, I've got a little bit of a chunk to me. Also, that's a little, I'm not gonna like say it's genetic, but like a part of my face structure is genetic. So like, part of where my face lays is because of what my parents made. And the other part is just, yeah, so just because I don't work out as much as I probably should. And like I said, it's not to say I don't work out like every other day, every so many days. I do work out. I work out at least twice a week. I at least try to make 2 to 3 days out of the week at least, just to like go for a walk. That also gives me time to spend time with Daisy, because of the fact that sometimes I just don't spend, like lately I just haven't been able to spend as much time with her. So maybe like an hour, just her and I going for a walk or going hiking or something. To me, just kind of squatting, like doing 100 squats in my room and some sit-ups and stuff, to me using my resistance band, because as some of you know, I've had hip surgery, so every once in a while I use a resistant band to like stretch out my hips and stuff. Sometimes I do yoga and sometimes I dance. Like, it's just, I have a variation. I'm never a, you gotta do a strict workout. I'm not a strict workout kind of girl. I just what I'm feeling that day. Sometimes I won't even be planning to like do a long workout. Next thing I know, I've got an hour behind me. It's just one of those where, I know that sounds a little contradicting, but it's just one of those where it's like, it just depends on the day for me personally, because that's just how it is, you know? And sometimes when I think I can finally get time to work out, something will pop up and I don't. That kind of like leads me into the whole like body positive movement. It's just, there's a difference between being body positive and just being conceited, if that makes sense. Because I've seen a lot of people who were a lot curvier, like they started out a lot curvier, and then ended up losing a lot of weight. And then now they're not body positive because they lost weight. It's like, okay, well, first of all, you have no idea what's going on behind scenes. You don't know if maybe a medical problem arose and they needed to lose the weight. Like, you don't know. You never will know, because it's not like they're going to sit there and be like, they have to justify why they lost weight. Like, get over the fact that they just had, like, they lost weight. Like, that's just how it goes. Like, just, you gotta consider, like, a lot of people want to point fingers and be like, oh, you're just doing it because you want to conform to society. It's like, have you ever stopped to think that maybe there's something medically or, like, emotionally wrong? Or something that's, like, motivating them, like, medically and emotionally and mentally, like, motivating them to, like, lose the weight? Like, there's nothing wrong with losing weight, and at the end of the day, there's, you know, if you want to sit on the couch and not work out and not do whatever, then that's you. Like, nobody's going to change your mind, clearly, so don't go, like, changing other people's minds that they need to go back and regain the weight just to be body positive. Nobody needs to, like, regain weight and all that to be fat acceptance or body positive or... Sorry, I'm waiting for my mom to come home. Like, it's just ridiculous to me. And I mean, if you have any opinions, I would just sound down below, because there's a lot of YouTubers out there that I'm just like, girl, like, if you're feeling you, you feel you, but don't go around telling other people how to feel themselves, if that makes sense. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, you can ask Adam or whatever, I'm still very insecure of how I look. I would love to lose a few more pounds, like, that's just how it is. But at the end of the day, I still have to remind myself that, you know, it's one step at a time because of my thyroid and all that, that I'm still losing weight, and that the process for me is just going to be a lot slower than it is for other people. That's just how it is, you know? I can't do anything about my thyroid unless, like, other than taking the medicine and working out. Like, I can't do anything else other than just being healthier lifestyle. And that's just how it goes. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm eating healthier. I'm working out as much as I can. Like, and just for people to sit back and be like, wow, you're so fat, or like, wow, you're not body positive, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, it's just frustrating to me when people who are at such an unhealthy weight and like size and all that, who bash people who are just trying to be healthy. It's just, it's mind-boggling to me. It's like, you of all people have no right to judge people for their size. And like I said, and I'll always say, it's just, I know I don't have that much room to talk, but at the same day, at least I've got enough room to talk. At least I don't take up a lot of room. At least I'm not like 500 pounds, i.e. Amberlynn, and telling everybody every single day, I'm gonna start a new diet, or this is a new starting weight, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you haven't started anything, so it's not a new starting weight, it's just your newest heavy weight. That's just how that goes. And I don't care if people in the comment are like, well, you're fat too, blah, blah, blah. I know. I don't know what you haven't gotten from this video other than the fact that I know I'm fat. I know I'm not as curvy, like the definition of curvy, blah, 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 but it's just like, at least I'm not 500 pounds, almost 600 pounds, and telling everybody, every single other, like, vlog that this is my weight loss journey and blah, blah, blah. It's like, people were rooting for you because they thought you could do it. And instead now, you're motivating people in your comments down below and, like, other, like, videos and all that. I don't watch her channel, like, I don't go on her channel and watch her videos. I go on other, like, channels and watch their videos, / I watch, like, Michael B. Petty and Zach and all them who talk about it. It's just, people down in the comments are like, you don't motivate me to be whatever, you motivate me to be healthier, like, your motivation isn't, like, go, like, whatever you're trying to do isn't whatever, and you're just motivating me to be healthier because I don't want to be your size and blah blah blah. And it's like, it's kind of sad that that's what's people's motivation is, because you're so heavy that they're not, like, they don't want to be like you. Like, Adam and I have been watching her videos and, like, watching these, like, people reacting to her videos and stuff, and I just, at the end of the day, I don't understand how people can just hate on people who are just trying to be healthier when they don't know the full story. And, like, same thing goes for foodie beauty. Oh my god, I'm trying to get it like foodie booty. Who start all these like YouTubers who are like heavier set and all that. Who start these new diets and all that, but they don't understand them. Like, they don't do their research. They don't, like, this one foodie beauty wanted to do a smoothie diet, and I commented down below on one of the reaction videos, and it's just one of those where smoothies can go very wrong very easily. Like, people who are uneducated about the keto diet or keto, whatever the heck that is, like, I don't even understand it, and I'm not gonna sit here and preach it to you because I don't understand it, but that's how some YouTubers are. They just want to sit there and preach diets at you, and yet they don't even want to follow a single one of them, and then they go back to saying, oh, this is my starting weight, blah blah blah, I'm heavier than I'm supposed to be. And this is just a new starting weight. It's like, no, that's just your new heaviest weight, and you're just getting heavier and heavier, and one day you're not even going to be able to leave the bed because you just don't want to do your research. You don't want to find the mental health, and, like, it's all that, and, like, stuff like mental health and all that also, like, coincides and all that. It's like people who are mentally unhealthy are more than likely need help. Like, I will be the first one to admit that I've got really bad depression, anxiety, and Adam's been firsthand a few times this summer, and honestly this past week into it, and I've called my doctor, and I've set up appointments and stuff, and I will be the first to admit that, you know, I hate having to talk to somebody about my problems, because I hate being the person who has a problem. Like, I hate medical problems because of the cards I've been handed when I was so young to now. Like, I've had medical problems since the day I've come out of the womb. Like, I have been my parents' medical baby. Like, I feel like there's always one kid in the household who's, like, prone to, like, injuring themselves or whatever, and that would be me. I would be the one who's always stacked up the bills and all that, and so luckily my parents have had decent enough insurance and stuff to help out and all that. It's just one of those where, Mom? Damn it. It's just, I got distracted by the car now. And so, it's just one of those things where I hate personally being the person who finds something medically wrong with them, because I hate hospitals. I hate having to deal with that kind of stuff because I've had to deal with it so much that it's just, and I mean, I'm being very real with you right now. It's fucked with me. Like, demonetize me, don't monetize me, whatever. Other situations are worse, and that's very true. Like, some people have it a lot worse, and that's what I always like to remind myself, is that even though I've spent a lot of the hospital, there are kids who have never left the hospital since the day where they were born, and they could be 7, 8 years old by now, and they only know the hospital. They've never been home, they've never done anything, because that's just how, unfortunately, life is given to them. So I like to remind myself, at least I can be home with my family, and be able to live my life, and be able to go outside and breathe in fresh air, and just be free. But that's not to say that my problems aren't my problems and they aren't important to me, because that's just how it is. And so it's really fucking with me. So it's one of those where I personally think Amberlynn and people like her need, I believe now she's finally talking to a therapist. She tried to promote BetterHelp, but that scam of a whatever has kind of been. People like her and people like me and all that need an in-person therapist. They don't, or an in-person, like, professional to help, not an online person they can't talk to and interact to in person, because I've always thought this and will always think this, that you will never personally be able to portray your feelings slash wants and desires and whatever through text message and phone calls, because you could be responding to, like, a serious text by saying, like, yeah, and people think you're being like, yeah, like, I agree, or, like, yeah, whatever, I don't freaking care, or, like, yeah, okay? It's one of those where you could completely perceive it the way you want to, and the person who's texting it to you could completely mean it the opposite of what you perceived it as. And that's just sadly how that goes. That's just my whole point of view on fat acceptance and body positivity and all that. It's just people need body positivity, but not in the way people are starting to turn it. Not in the, if you're trying to be healthy, then you're not body positive. It's like, that's the difference between fat acceptance and body positive. Body positivity is for every form of body. Between mine, Amber Lynn's, and Ashley Graham's, and Bella Hadid, and I'm gonna say pronounce the name, like Selena Gomez and all that. It's like, you never know, and Adele, like, sorry, but like, it's one of those where it's like, you never know what people are going through that need to lose weight and all that, but you also don't know what people are going through who can't seem to stick to one thing or another. It's just, people like Amberlynn and all that, I feel like shouldn't be on YouTube, or at least need a month or two off, because it's severely fucking with them. Like, it really is. Like, if you watch her videos or whatever, she's just, that woman has gone through a lot. Like, a lot of it's her own fault, a lot of it's not. It's just, I've always, and like, she's gone through a lot in her past and all that, and I'm never going to debunk what she's gone through her past. Like, I've met people who have gone through the same thing as her. It's just, don't let your past be what becomes your future. Learn from your past and better yourself through that. Like, view it and be like, you know, that was a completely fucked up situation, and I wish I was never put through that. And there's a lot of people in my life, I wish they were never put through things that they were. Just don't let your past be what controls what you do in your future. Let it be your past. That's why it's called past. Let it be your past, but don't let it manipulate how you view it. Like, you get the help you need. Like, I'm gonna be honest, before Adam, I was very keen on, like, I'm not gonna get help, I don't have the insurance, I don't got blah blah blah, but at the end of the day, it's like, and then I met Adam, and he's, I'm gonna get sentimental, and I'm sorry if I cry. I cry all the time over Adam, because I love him so much, and God, see, I'm already starting to cry. I love him with all of my heart. Wow. I never thought I'd cry on YouTube. Wow, it's my moment. But I am very much a part of the Me Too movement. Just this summer alone, I was sexually assaulted. He pretty much just wanted to have sex with me, and I didn't. And there are some moments where I'll get a little triggered by it, because, I mean, it's not something that's taken lightly, and if you also have been sexually assaulted, raped, or anything, then you get it. Like, this is so hard to talk about, because I don't think I've ever opened up to anybody except for Adam about it, because it really fucks with you. Wow. I didn't think I would ever. I've gone through a lot in 2018. I need to calm down. Hydrate! I need to hydrate! Oh, wow, see, I'm already crying. Oh, I did my makeup and it looks so pretty too. Damn it. But, I don't know, I've gone through a lot this year, and Adam is the only person I've ever opened up to about it, because he's the only person, even with my family, the only person I've felt comfortable enough to sit down and be like, look, I've gone through a lot with men this year. And so, yeah, before I met Adam, I had gone through a lot. And then I met Adam, and I don't think I've ever met somebody so perfect for somebody else until I met him. I didn't really think I would be the girl who would, I'm gonna be honest, like, I never thought I'd get married. I never thought I'd have kids, because I was always the girl who everybody looked at and was like, oh, she's pretty, but she's just really not my type. and all that. And so it's just, I never thought I could find somebody so amazing until I met him. And, like, I thought I was, like, happily in love with other people, blah, 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 but it's one of those where it's a stereotypical, like, you never know what love is until you meet the one, and it's so true. I thought I was in love with a lot of, like, not a lot of guys, but, like, a few guys that I dated that were serious, and all of that love talk couldn't be further from the truth. And it's one of those where it's like, yeah, maybe I did a little bit love them, and blah, 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 like, my heart was a little bit broken when they broke up with me, blah, 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 but it's just... Adam, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. When he's around, nothing in the world matters. Wow. By the way, this is stuff he already knows. I tell him all of this shit every single day because I'm that girlfriend, like, because he does that for me. He reminds me all the time. He's like, you're the most beautiful person I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever met somebody I want to love more. I don't think I've ever met somebody I want to marry more, live more, have kids with. Like, and that's how I feel with him. It's one of those where it's just, I never thought I wanted to live life with somebody so much until I met him. And now I don't ever think, according to his best friend, I'm never gonna be single again unless something drastic happens to him or I, where one of us passes away or something. But, and I'm okay with that. Like, I am so ready to live this life with him. So yeah, now that I've had my 30 minutes of fame and crying and everything, I love all of you who support me and to subscribe and watch my videos and all that every time I post, and I love everybody behind the scenes who I haven't seen a lot lately, and I just, even though I don't tell everybody every single day, I'm so thankful for all of you who've been by my side through everything, who have entered. I'm even thankful for the people who have entered and left my life, because at the end of the day, everybody fucks up. I fuck up, they fuck up, we've all fucked up. But if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have learned a new piece of myself. I wouldn't have gained a new piece of myself. And I'm thankful for all the memories that we have, even if everything ended sourly or we just kind of drizzled out. And all I can say to those people is that I'm so sorry, especially if we ended things on a bad note, because some things I know can never be fixed. And that's what sucks about that kind of stuff, is that there are just some things that can never be fixed. And a lot of those are, we're both being immature. I'm immature, they're immature. I mean, I'm only 20 and I've still got so much growing to go through. I have my entire 20s to live out. It's just, so if you're watching this and I've ever hurt you, I'm sorry. I can't. I would love to reach out, even if you don't ever answer me, and just be like, hey, you know, although I don't think we would make good friends anymore, obviously. I'm just sorry for the shitty things that I've done, and hope that one day, and not one day, I just hope that you're living a happier life without me, because clearly I'm just not meant to be in your life and you're not meant to be in mine, and that's just how life works sometimes. So yeah, this video has turned into a lot of what I didn't expect it to turn into. This turned into something I didn't expect it would turn into at all, and that's okay. It turned into a whole bunch of what's been on my mind about, like, social media and just life in general right now. So yeah, I will I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for listening if you have. I love all of you. And you guys are having a great day.